Yo, what's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Triple B's is back once again in the Haunted Basement studio. And today I'm doing a live show. What? Yes, it's Scream. Yes. Wait, what was that? Stream. Yes. What is that all about? Well, I am going to rank all 6 Scream movies right now from my least favorite all the way to my favorite. And we'll be doing spoilers with all the movies that I do talk about. And I know there's some other discussion we can get into. Maybe we can do the top ghost face killers, maybe my favorite ones, maybe my favorite opening scenes. There's a lot of different things that we can talk about on this stream. So, let's get right into it. So, coming in at number 6 is going to be Scream. Come on, y'all. 3. Put that in the chat. So, Scream 3 came out in 2000, and it has 2 cast members. You're going to have 2 Deweys, 2 Gales, 2 Sydneys. We got Courtney Cox back and Parker Posey in this one. And we even got, Liev Schreiber back in it as Cotton. And see what else do we have about this movie. A little bit, let's see. Not that one. Yeah, it's an overall, it's a fun movie. I gave it a 6 because that's an IMDb rating. I can't do a point system. I would probably get like a 6.5 on it. But yeah, it was from 2000, and we're going to have a different writer in this one than we did in the previous 2 films. Of course, Kevin Williamson wrote the originals. He did have about like a 10-page outline of this script that he handed off to Ethan Kruger, and he took over the writing roles on it. And that, it's a pretty big task. You're gonna like add 2 characters to every character. It's a lot of writing, and how to get it just right. So this movie came out February 3rd of 2000 with a $40 million budget, and it made 161.8 million. So I'd say that's a fucking success, wouldn't you? And good. I think I'm past a minute in this stream. Yes, I could swear. So, Cotton's driving home, and he gets a phone call, and it's a girl, and it's like, "Oh, you're a naughty boy. What would your girlfriend say? Oh, what makes you think I have a girlfriend? I know you do. I'm right outside her bathroom door. Who is this? She's in the shower, and she has a nice little voice. Let's come in for a closer look. She's very pretty, Cotton." Cotton's driving home. He's driving all crazy. One step up from Maureen Prescott. Speaking of which, let's play a little game. And this is a great opening scene, man. Answer right and your girlfriend lives. Answer wrong and she dies. Where's Maureen's daughter, Sydney? Who the fuck is this? Somebody who would kill to know where Sydney Prescott is. And I like that line right there. He's like saying, I will fucking kill to fucking know where she's at. That's so funny. So yeah, one last chance, Cotton. You got connections. Where is she? Listen, you fucking psycho. You lay a finger on Christine, and I swear I'll kill you. Wrong answer. Click. Hangs up the phone, and he's like, wait, shit, hello? And he fucking goes driving all crazy. Meanwhile, Christina's getting out of the shower. She notices the door is open to the bathroom. She pays no attention to it. Cotton is driving all crazy home to get to her. He's trying to call her up. Pick up, Christina. Christina, pick up. But fucking, she's not picking up the phone. Christina is walking around in a towel, and she drops the towel, but the camera goes down with it. And that was a really good shot. When the camera does go down, it focuses on the phone line wall, and it's been cut. The line for your landline has been cut. So that's why it's not, the phone call is not ringing. Cotton does end up pulling up. But before he does, like loud rock music turns on from downstairs, and she's like, "What the fuck, Cotton? Cotton, is that you?" Uh, and she goes and she turns off the stereo. What happens next? Ghostface appears and pulls out a knife. She goes running down the hallway, but she slips and falls because she's still wet from the shower. Ghostface goes to swing the knife to stab, but he slips and falls too, and the knife just barely misses her Christina's leg. She fucking kicks him in the fucking face and runs into the bedroom, and then he gets up and starts chasing right after her, and she slams the door right on him, boom, and fucks him up. And then it's like now it's got Cotton's voice on the. He's like, Christina, Christina. Let me see where I'm at real quick. Christina's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? What? I was just trying to take the game to the next level. She's like, yeah, I know how you like to play your stab games, Cotton. Hey, I was just trying to take it to the next level. I'm sorry. Come on. Open up the door. She says, the game. What are you talking about? Talk rip your insides out. Now in the fucking door, Christine. She's like, oh my God, oh my God. And then he fucking stabs the fucking door and the knife's going through the door. And then this is when Cotton pulls up, okay? And then he's running inside and he grabs a fire tool pit, fucking to soak the fire with. And he sees the door with all the stab markings in it. And fucking he's like, Chris, was somebody in the house? And she's like, get back from me. He's like, okay, calm down. He gets into the fucking the bedroom, and so Christina, comes busting out of the closet with a fucking golf club and fucking swing. And that's when he's like, calm down. Was somebody in the house? Come on, give me the club. Give me the club, all right? Come on, give me the club, please. And then all of a sudden, Ghostface appears behind Christine, and Cotton sees him, and Christina says, "Get out of my way!" as she swings the club and hits Cotton over the head. He goes down and he yells, "Behind you!" Ghostface stabs Christina in her back. And then fucking he cuts fucking Cotton in his arm and they fight back and forth. Cotton able to slams a bookshelf on him and gets the upper hand. And then he's going for the knife that Ghostface dropped. But right when he reaches it, Ghostface pushes up the dresser that was on him, knocks fucking Cotton down, and fucking then he gets on top of him and says, "It was a simple game, Cotton. You should have told me where Sydney was. Now you lose." Boom, cut, scream for. That was the opening scene. And that was a pretty damn good opening scene. I didn't care too much about Cotton, but I guess would have liked to seen him a little bit more in this movie, especially where he ended off at part two. But hey, man, they had the shock value. They upped the ante and they went ahead and killed Cotton Weary in the opening scene. And in these Scream movies, you're always going to have a great opening scene. It's just how far are they going to push it? And are they going to try to shock you in it? Because after the original opening scene, all bets were off. So, what else happens in Scream 4? They're going to Hollywood. They're making the movie Stab 3 or something like that. Like I said, you're going to meet all the different other actors that are playing the characters that we love so much from the franchise. Pretty cool characters, but they're this carnage candy. We need fucking some victims in here. We need some slayings. We need some people that Ghostface can slay down. But we do have a pretty damn cool scene with Randy's lost tape. So we get Randy in all three trilogies, even though he died in the second one. We get the lost tape where he's saying, "Hey guys, if you're watching this tape, I didn't survive the murders here at Windsor College, but here, if the killer does come back, here are some rules." And he pretty much breaks it down as this is a fucking trilogy, rare in the horror movie film genre. It is rare to have a trilogy in the horror genre. And he is right. And this is a trilogy. And all bets are off. Fucking the killer can be um, supernatural. The only way to kill him is you gotta cryogenically freeze his head and decapitate him. He lost his virginity to Karen Kolchak, in the porno aisle. They're putting some tapes away. Yeah, creepy Karen. What? Come on, man. She was a good girl. She had a good heart. Leave old Karen alone. But yeah, so I did give this a movie a 6 out of 10. Um, it is the lowest ranking in the franchise film, uh, history. But uh, even it being a 6, it's I watched the movie. I may rewatch it again, but I really don't need to go back to Scream 3 if I want to watch a Scream movie. I'll go to one of these other ones on the list. So, where are we at now? Let's go ahead and we're gonna get into the next. We're gonna go to number 5. I'm putting this in the chat here on Facebook, just so if anybody comes in late, whatever, whatnot, they could look at my chat here and then see it. And also it keeps me on there. So number 5 is going. What is it going to be? Come on, y'all. Going to be part. What do we got? We're gonna do. I could really want to flip flop them, but I'm just gonna stick to the list. We're gonna do part 4. Yeah, Scream part 4 is number 5, and the opening scene of this one is they kind of trick you out. I can't remember what movie we're gonna watch. Oh, we're gonna watch Saw 6 or something like that. Oh, that sucked. It wasn't even scary at all. Bunch of blood and guts, blah. Nobody wants to see that torture porn shit. It's not even scary. And the phone rings. Who is this? The more impatient person that you just talked to earlier. Don't hang up on me. What's he say? I'd have to look it up. I want to see what your insides look like. And she's like, hands the phone to her friend. She's like, it's for you, because she's got a stalker boyfriend on Facebook, and it's just someone fucking catfishing her. It's fucking Channing Tatum. And then she's like, hello, and she's like, who's this? The last person you're ever going to see alive. And why'd you hand me the phone? You're the one with the stalker boyfriend, and the phone rings. Oh, and they get scared, and she just answers it and puts the phone down on the fucking table, and they just walk away. And then the cell phone buzzes. Fucking answer the phone. No, just don't. And then the doorbell rings. Ding dong, and they get all scared. And then the cell phone buzzes. Answer the door, I dare you. There's nobody out there. There's nobody out there, Trudy. It's just someone trying to play a game on us. And she opens the door and there's nobody there. And then the phone rings, says, yeah, you're not there, because I'm right beside you. And then Ghostface jumps out, appears, and fucking stabs Trudy right in her fucking chest, dude. Fucking blood goes everywhere. I think Allison, she turns around to run out the front door. A second Ghostface appears and fucking slices her throat, dude, and blood just goes everywhere. And she's holding her neck, and blood's just fucking gushing out. It is fucking awesome, man. Absolutely. I dug it. And then fucking it goes, it cuts to two other people sitting on the couch, and it's like, stab 6. And it's like, oh, fuck. You got to be fucking kidding me. A Facebook killer? Jesus fucking Christ. They'll fucking put anything in this movie. And this is Sookie Stackhouse fucking is talking all sorts of shit. Rogue from the X-Men. And she goes and grabs a beer, and she's walking down, and her friend is Christian Bell, Sarah Marshall. And then she's just kind of fucking bitching about the fucking movie. And then Sarah Marshall fucking stabs her right in the fucking gut. Ugh. It's like, why'd you do that? Because you talk too much. And then fucking stabs her again. It's like, now let's fucking watch a movie. Stab 7. I was like, oh my God. And then we go to another scene. Okay. I'm like, okay. And then you're going to have the girl from Friday Night Lights, and they're fucking talking about the stab movies, and they live in Woodsboro. And it's so funny. She's wanting to go ahead and I think they're sisters, maybe younger sister, friend. I'm not really sure. But she's joking with her, telling her about Ghostface, kind of scaring her. Then like, boom, 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 you hear like a noise upstairs, and Jeannie's gonna go up and investigate. When she gets up there, she calls her sister and like does the Ghostface. She has the app on her phone. Do you like scary movies? And she's like, stop playing around. And all of a sudden, she starts choking on the phone, and Jeannie gets scared. And then she's walking down the stairs, and the lights are off in the house. And then she sees the phone, the landline, cordless phone on the floor. She's like, oh, that's pretty good, you know. And then the phone rings, and she's like, oh my God, that was perfect timing. But you know what? You don't have the Ghostface app on your phone. You can't talk like him. Hello? Yeah, I can. Who is this? What'd you do with I can't remember the girl's name. Let's call her we'll call Trudy again. What'd you do with Trudy? Uh she's in the movie, but her scene got cut. This isn't the fucking game. Yeah, it is. You're the dumb blonde with the big tits. And I'm gonna like see what your insides look out. Listen, asshole, I got a 4.3 4.0 GPA and a fucking 635 IQ, asshole. And then fucking he jumps out. No, he jumps out and he fucking cuts her. And then she like runs out. She runs upstairs. She's kind of hiding from him. She goes into a door, or then she ends up going downstairs and she ends up in the garage. And then she's crawling out through the garage. Ghostface is there. He pushes the garage button and it slowly closes on her. Then he grabs her foot and pulls her in, turns her over, fucking stabs her. Scream 4. There's something worth right, something is worth to die for, you know, that song. Fucking yeah, dude, that was the opening scene to Scream 4. And let's see what else we got here. Look up some stuff real quick for y'all. Like I said, this one came out fucking a decade after the original trilogy, part 3. And we did get Wes Craven back. Well, he did all 4 of them before he died in 2015. Uh, yeah, so we're on part 4. It was a decade after, and Kevin Williamson came back to write this one. And yeah, 2011, this thing came out with a budget of $40 million, and it grossed 97.2 million in the box office. So that's a lot less than part 3. So we'll kind of go over them all. Part 3 so far made 161, but at a higher budget. But it and for being the weakest out of the franchise, Scream 3 fucking killed the box office, sliced and diced it. So yeah, let's see what happens to the plot a little bit here. Okay, so Scream 4, we're gonna have Jill, and she's Sydney's like cousin, and she's gonna be kind of like our main girl. Sydney and Gail, they come back. Dewey comes back, so they're a really big part in this movie. Um, is this the one? So this is the one where Sydney comes back after the killing of the 2 sisters, and it just happens to be the 15th anniversary of the original stabs, slaying, the killings. And she wrote a book about it, and she reinvented herself, and she's back in Woodsboro. And then now this new Ghostface fucking appears, is killing people around. And then she's doing a book signing, and then all of a sudden fucking like Dewey fucking goes there because they got a call saying that the killer was at that location. And the phone rings, and it's coming from Sydney's trunk in her car, and they open it up, and it's got like pictures of Sydney and blood all over it. And so she's a suspect, and it's making you think that Sydney could be Ghostface in part 4. And so she has to stay in town. So that's the reason why she can't just book it, because now she's a suspect. You have to stay. So later that night, they're at Jill's house, and Jill is with Kirby in her room, and Olivia is their friend, and she lives across the street. And so she gets home. There's even cop cars parked outside patrolling the house. And, Sydney is fucking over there with Jill. And then Olivia refuses to go over there because she calls Sydney the Grim Reaper, because whenever she's around, people die. And that's fucking pretty much true. The phone rings, and Kirby answers it because he's screening the calls from Jill's ex-boyfriend Trevor. And so he's like, hello. She's like, oh my god, it's what's the fuck's his name? Trevor. It's Trevor. And she's like, he's like, this isn't Trevor. Come on, Trevor, I can hardly hear you. How's the movie? What movie? Dawn of the Dead. Uh, Fuck. Trevor's acting really weird. What's he saying? And Jill's on the phone with fucking Olivia across the street, across the way. Like you can see their windows are right next to each other. So you can look out the window and see into Olivia's room. And I'm in the closet. She's like, what? No, you're not. Go ahead and look. No fucking way you're in the closet. She fucking reaches, opens the fucking closet door, looks around, pushes the fucking clothes away. There's nobody there. I never said I was in your closet. What? And they look over and he busts out Olivia's closet and fucking stabs her and fucking throws her on the bed. Fucking he's trying to get away. I think he even stabs her fucking through the hand, goes through. He's fucking throwing her down. Jill and fucking Kirby are watching this from across the way. They're fucking screaming. There's nothing they can do. Even Ghostface fucking breaks Olivia out through the window and like there's blood going everywhere. He fucking throws her right on the bed and fucking stabs her. Fucking Sydney fucking hears all the commotion. She goes and runs across the street to Olivia's house and she's trying to get in. And she does get in. And then she makes it upstairs to where Olivia's at. And Olivia's gutted and it's just blood and guts everywhere. Really rated R shit. They did a really damn good job on it. Ghostface does appear, and Sydney and him have a fucking fight, and they fucking even tumble down the stairs. Excuse me. She kicks him right in the fucking face. Boom! He fucking goes down. The cops bust in. They turn around, and Ghostface is gone out the back door. He disappeared into the night. That was a damn good scene from Scream 4. You got a little where Sydney's taking it to Ghostface. She ain't afraid. She's Sydney fucking Prescott, y'all, man. Hell yeah. So, the ending, so we got Charlie in there. He's a film student. Rory McCulkin, I think he's played by, and he does a pretty damn good job. He's one of the killers. The ending is fucking the stabathon where Gail shows up to try to party, which she does, but Ghostface is one step. Keeps on fucking turning her cameras off because she's putting surveillance cameras up. He's turning it off. This Ghostface wants to kill. He wants to record his killings and upload it to the web. Crazy shit. And but she goes back inside. She gets hold of Dewey and tells him where she's at, and fucking he heads off the stabathon while she goes back inside. She gets in a tussle with Ghostface, and fucking he's taking it to her. I think he even like stabs her and in the shoulder, and fucking pushes her like off like a balcony type thing, but she falls on some hay. And right when she falls there, Dewey shows up and sees Ghostface and tries to shoot him, but misses, and then Ghostface gets away. So Stabathon is fucking canceled. Everybody has to go home. And so at the after party is at Kirby's house, and we're gonna have fucking Kirby, Jill, and Charlie, and Charlie's his buddy. I can't fucking remember his name off the head. And so they're the ones that's doing all the filming. So it's like, oh, maybe both of them are the killer. Maybe one of them's got to be, right. And then so what's his friend name? He goes outside and he gets attacked by fucking Ghostface and fucking throws him on the ground. He fucking right before he stabs him, he's like, "You can't kill me. I'm gay." It was one of the rules, maybe one of the best ways to survive a horror movie is pretty much you got to be gay, because like then he reveals that he's gay, but that doesn't work, and he fucking gets stabbed. And then so back inside, so Sydney shows up there, and it's like, oh, Trevor even showed up. Like, how did Trevor get here? Oh, Jill invited me. She sent me a text. She's like, fuck, I did. I didn't text you. Like, yeah, you did. She's like, where's my phone? She can't even go find her phone. And they fucking go upstairs, and Trevor goes after them. And then so they're kind of like fucking gone. That's when Sydney shows up, and then Sydney and fucking Kirby are like, go to the front door because they're looking for everybody. And that's when they see fucking Charlie's all stabbed. He's like, help me. And then Ghostface fucking after them, but they fucking able to lock him out. They're like, come on, let's go, let's go. They go and get Jill safe. She's under the bed apparently. So fucking Sydney's like, you hide under the bed. Kirby and her, they go down into like a safe room, but it's just downstairs, and there's like even a door to a balcony. And then fucking Charlie's outside with blood all over his hands. Like, come on, somebody's out here, somebody's out here. Let me in, let me in. And Kirby looks at Sydney, and Sydney says, only if you 100% trust him, let him in. And she's like, I'm sorry, Charlie, I can't. I can't. And then Ghostface appears and fucking looks like he stabs Charlie, and then the lights go out. And then all of a sudden the lights turn on, and Charlie's on the chair, all duct tape, like Steve was in the original opening scene. And Charlie's out there, and Kirby's like, oh my God, oh my God. She's like, don't open the door. And then the phone rings, and it's Ghostface. And then Sydney's like, you keep him on the line. I'm going to go get Jill. And so she goes up and gets Jill, and Ghostface wants to play a game. He's telling her, asking to play a game about scary movies. And before he even answers, like, name the sequel of, and then she just fucking goes off and names about 50 fucking movies. And if I had it right here, I go through it like Dawn of the Dead. What's she say? So it's like a bunch of sequels, man. I had it all memorized one time right there. But she's boom, 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 boom. Asshole, did I get it right? Did I get it right? And she's like, I got it fucking right. Oh my God, I got it right. I fucking won. And she opens the fucking door and she runs out and she unties Charlie. And then earlier that night, fucking Kirby's talking to him. She's like, hey, Charlie, now would be a good time to make a move. And he's like, oh, wait, what? And then so she unties him. And then she's like, oh my God, are you okay? And he has a knife and he stabs Kirby right in the stomach. She's like, this is making a move. He's like, 4 years fucking in class. Now you fucking see me? You ignore me the whole time? Fucking stabs her again. And then fucking he takes off and back into the house, into the darkness. And it shows Kirby there with blood, just on puddle of blood coming out of her. So you assume that she died. Spoiler, y'all. Maybe we thought she died, but she comes back for Scream 6. So Kirby ends up surviving this one, but we did not know that until Scream 6. You know, sometimes, most all the times at the end of a Scream movie, if there's survivors there, they'd be like, oh, we got a live one. And, you know, the ambulance got someone on a gurney like Dewey or whatnot, and he's okay. We didn't get that scene in this one, so you just assume that she died. So anyways, Sydney's upstairs and she's fucking something about like Jill's hiding under the bed and Ghostface comes and appears. She gets up on the roof and he chases her on the roof where he ends up knocking her down, but then she's okay. Um, they end up fucking getting in back inside, and what's the reveal? And I just know that Sydney is trying to get away from fucking Charlie, and when she runs, fucking another ghost face fucking appears and stops her, and fucking that ghost face pulls off the mask, and it's Jill, and she's like, surprise, Sydney. And that's fucking great fucking dialogue right there. It's how she says it, perfect timing. I'm like, oh man, it's fucking Jill, the Jill Roberts, man. She's so teeny though, so hot too. And so her and Charlie are the ghost face. And now they're gonna go ahead and do their fucking crazy scene where they gotta stage everything and the motive and stuff, and they even bring out Trevor. They got Trevor fucking all duct tape. They're gonna fucking pin it on him. They do everything as the original. They put the voice manipulator in him. You know, they're gonna fucking. It's gonna be him. They're gonna fucking kill fucking Sydney. And so, and Charlie's like, hey, it's my turn. It's my turn. Old school, like Bill and Stewie, right in the shoulder. Come on, give it to me. Get it up, get it up. And fucking Jill goes and stabs him and hits him right in the heart. And he's like, oh, not the heart. That's not how we rehearsed it. And she pulls the knife out and blood goes everywhere. She's like, these days, the media loves a soul survivor. Fucking, she kills Ghostface. And I think in a lot of these fucking Scream ones, that Ghostface ends up turning on each other. They do that a lot. And probably should have saw that coming. And then she fucking stabs Sydney, and she fucking is leaving her for dead, bleeding out. And then Jill does her fucking best fucking Fight Club. She's kicking her own ass. She's fucking throwing herself through table. Dude, the one part's awesome. She's got the knife, and she's holding the knife right up to her fucking her shoulder, and she's holding it up against the door frame, and she boom, and it's like this. She goes ah, ah, and she pulls out the knife, and it's like ah, it's fucking awesome. Hell yeah, Jill. And she's fucking herself up, and then she lays right next to Sydney. She's positioning herself just how Sydney is, and it's like and it worked. She's a sole survivor. She's in. They cut to the hospital scene, and Dewey's talking to her, and Dewey tells her, you know, there's still a chance Sydney may make it. She's still alive. She's in ICU, and Jill just gets fucking like bright red, like, oh my God. Like, if Sydney wakes up, she can tell the whole story, and fucking she's fucked. Even fucking Jill's like, how's your wife? Maybe we can write a book together because we got matching wounds because they both got stabbed in the shoulder. Dude goes back to his room and he's talking to Gail. She's like, yeah, poor kid, man. She's going to be okay, though. She thinks maybe you two should write a book, because you guys got matching wounds. And then they both look at each other. How does she know where I got stabbed? And they're like, oh, fuck. Jill, you have to talk too much, man. You got yourself busted by Dewey right there. Meanwhile, Jill makes her way to the ICU, where she wakes up Sydney, and they fucking start having a fight. And Jill ends up kind of like knocking her out, but then Dewey shows up, but Dewey gets fucking blindsided fucking with a fucking bedpan, and this Jill just hits him like 10 times in the head, knocks him out. And then Officer Judy shows up, Deputy Judy shows up, but she ends up getting, I think, shot by fucking Jill because Jill has Dewey's gun. And then so not even Gail. Does Gail show up? I think Gail shows up too. Is that who shows up? And they she's talking to Gail, and then Gail's like, Jill's like, give me any last words. She's like, clear. She's like, clear. And then Sydney jumps up with the depittator. The thing that shocks you, your heart. Boom! Boom! Shocks her. Fucking kills her. I'm not sure if fucking she gets up for one last scare and then gets shot in the head. I can't remember if that happens or not because there's rumors that maybe she can come back for Scream 7, but I don't know. So Scream 3, was that Scream 4? Part 4 was number 5 on the list. And yeah, it was fucking pretty damn good. I gave that one, I believe I gave it an 8 out of 10. Fucking loved it. Again, I mean, I did like that opening scene. A lot of fucking people didn't care for it too much. So now we're going to go on to number 4. Going to be part... All right, man, we're going to go the 2022 part 5 is going to be number 4. And man, it was fucking awesome, dude. Like, I didn't even watch this movie when it first came out. I don't know what was going on with life there. I missed it. But then when it came to streaming or DVD, I think I rented it on Redbox. I did like it. But I only watched it once. I had a lot of distraction going on with the kids. And then here, a couple months here before Scream 6 came out, I fucking rewatched it because I wanted to do a video on it, review it. And it blew me away. It blew me away. I fucking loved it. I was like, oh my God. I didn't even know who Jenna Ortega was. And the opening scene is just, it's amazing because it's almost exact. It's just like the original, but it's a little bit different with the dialogue, but the feel for it and everything's just like it. And they're going to introduce, your smartphone in this, where you got your smartphone hooked up to your locks, to your doors, to your front door, where you can just lock it. And obviously this Ghostface like cloned the fucking lock and was able to unlock it and lock it, unlock it and lock it. And she kept on fucking doing that. And did you think that you were successful from keeping me out of the house, Tara? And he fucking busts through and he fucks her up, man. He even stabs her through there. I love it, man. A lot of, the knives come and they block it, and that knife just goes right through, man. It works every time. It's gruesome, and it definitely pays off. he fucks her up, man. He stabs her a bunch of ass times. You think, oh, for sure, she's dead. This opening scene was awesome. Didn't go into as much detail as I did the other ones. Kind of running a little bit here long here. Got a lot to get through. So, but yeah, so she ends up not dead. It was just a ruse to get her sister Samantha back to Woodsboro. So they wanted to keep her sister alive because Samantha and Tara are sisters. Their last name's Carpenter. I love how they threw in, Carpenter. It's an homage to John Carpenter. They do it with their friend Will, because Will calls Samantha to tell her about Tara. And she's like, okay, I'm on my way. And that's not Will, Wes. Sorry, Wes. And that's an homage to Wes Craven. So that was pretty cool. And we're gonna have returning cast, the legacy cast. We're gonna call them. We got Sydney, we got Gail, and we got Dewey, and so they're gonna return to part 5. And this one, like I said, came out in 2022, and Radio Silence bought it. It was written by James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick. Um, and it was 2011 is when part 4 came out. So 2022. So we got 11 years. We get like decades in between, movies, but then this new story that we're getting, it's a new trilogy, and they're coming out back to back years. The first two, I don't know if we're gonna get Scream 7 this year, or I mean maybe next year, early next year, and be like a year apart. The budget on Scream 5 was $24 million, and it grossed 138.9. So it grossed over like 112 million, $114 million over its budget. So that's fucking awesome. It was definitely a hit, and that's why they're able to make part 6, as fast as they did. In this one, we're gonna have Samantha and Richie. Richie's her boyfriend. They're in Modesto, California, and it's so funny. If you guys watch that scene, part fucking Samantha's at the bowling alley outside. It looks exactly like the bowling California, which is right next to Modesto. Exactly like the side entrance to Tracy Bowl. You guys have to check it out, my family. You guys check that out. I'm gonna maybe all fucking record it or something and send you guys and you guys tell me if that's the bowling alley I used to hang out. So they get back there to the hospital, and fucking all her friends there. Tara's still alive, man, and she's beaten down pretty bad. I even think Ghostface stepped on her fucking like her ankle and like broke her fucking ankle. So she's wheelchair bound, she can't fucking move. She's very vulnerable. And so jump into a little bit. She tells Tara that when she was 13, she found out that the real father wasn't actually her father. And her real father was Billy Loomis. I'm like, okay, now where are they going with this story? I like that. Okay, we're really talking about the original. We have Billy's daughter here, and looks like she may be becoming the next final girl in this series. So I was fucking digging it. I liked it a lot. Tara was not happy at all. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my room. Get the fuck out of here. She was not happy when Samantha told her that news. She kicked her ass the fuck out. They end up, calming down, fucking coming back together. But they go to Dewey because Richie and her go to Dewey because they need to fucking, Ghostface is back, and they need to find somebody who knows how, to deal with them. And good old Dewey's in the trailer, and he retired because the police department asked him to retire, and he's watching Gail Weathers. They got a divorce. I think she's probably in New York City, and he's back in Woodsboro, and they show up to the door. And he's like, "I'll give you like 5 minutes, or whatever. You're wasting my time. I'm trying to watch my ex-wife on TV," which I mean, he still loves her. It was his time. And so they're telling him what's going on, and he's like, then Dewey's like reciting that maybe these are new rules. You got to go to the friends. So you have a group of friends. So that's probably where Ghostface is. Come on, Dewey, will you help us go investigate this? He's like, no. He's like, I've been stabbed 9 times and I got a permanent limp. He's like, I'm done. I'm retired with this. They're like, okay. And so they all show up to Mindy and Chad's house, and Wes is there, and Samantha, Richie's there, and then Dewey decides to show up, and he's got his gun. He's like, he's got one. I got one more in me, and so that's when they all sit down, and that's when we get the rules of this requel. Because nowadays, these days, baby, it's all about the requel. We gotta mix the legendary cast with the new cast, with the and we gotta up the stakes with the Ghostface killing. You know, we gotta merge them all together, and that's how you do a requel, because it's not a reboot, man. We gotta fucking have a new story with old characters and new characters. Mindy breaks it down really good in it. And come to find out, Mindy is Randy's niece. So that is awesome. So we're bringing in the family characters of the old people that died. So that's really cool. We got Billy Loomis, and then we got Randy Meeks. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. They have a Ghostface scene where Ghostface is at the hospital with Tara. Pretty good because she can't really get away. Richie ends up showing up, right on time, scare the Ghostface. Which, why is he showing up right on time? It's kind of weird. And then finally, Samantha and Dewey show up, and they get attacked by Ghostface. And then Dewey ends up shooting Ghostface a couple times in the chest. They go to the elevator, and they're fucking getting ready to go down. And he's like, oh my God, the head. I forgot the rule. I got to shoot him in the head. He sends the girls down, and then Dewey's walking slowly, emptying his gun. It's fucking sick ass scene. Dropping the bullet shells, putting new bullets in, clicks it over, and he goes to fucking point the gun at Ghostface. His phone rings for a second. He kind of gets distracted. Ghostface jumps up and fucking stabs him, and fucking like stabs him in the back. Guts fucking Dewey. Guts are coming out. Blood goes everywhere. This is Dewey's death scene. Dewey dies right here. And Ghostface says, it's an honor. He's killing fucking one of the original cast members. Dewey dies. Oh, hurts my heart. And I didn't kind of care for like how he did. He gets distracted by the phone, and it's Gail Weathers. But I mean, it definitely, up the ante there. It killed one of the legacy characters. This tells the audience that they'll go where you don't think they'll go. They'll fucking kill someone that you truly love. They have to get Tara. They're like, getting the fuck out of there. And even Gail and Sydney show up, and they're like trying to, talk. Hey, we'll help you through this. And Samantha's like, no, we're getting the fuck out of here. We're going back to California. And fucking, so they take off, but Sydney puts a tracking device under the car. When they're leaving, Tara doesn't have her inhaler because she's asthma. She's got asthma, so she needs her inhaler, her intake, and she doesn't have one. She's like, oh my, I got a spare one at fucking Amber's house. Amber's another character there, and Amber Freeman. And so they go there, and guess what? The house is Stu Macher's old house, and they're having a party just like the original. And this ending, they're having a party at the original, and they go in there, but they kick everybody out except for a fucking few players still at the house. And got Mindy and Chad, and they're twins, and we also Richie and Amber and Tara and Samantha are all there. And so Ghostface, and there's another girl, Chad's girlfriend, I can't remember her name. She ends up fucking coming back inside. She's got blood all over her hands, and they're like thinking that she's Ghostface. She's like, I'm not fucking Ghostface. Amber pulls the gun out, boom, shoots her right in the head. She's like, I know, because I'm Ghostface. Other than part 4 when Jill fucking with Trevor, jump back to 4 real quick, and she reveals that she's Ghostface. She's like, you don't fucking ever cheat on me, and fucking shoots Trevor right in the balls. Boom. Oh no. He's like, oh. I'm like, oh my God. Is he fucking bam right in the head, fucking execution style. So that was funny in 4. And in 5, fucking Amber fucking, she's like fucking, she does the greatest like stew act. She goes all crazy. She's got the knife. She's like, ee, ee, ee. Who's the other Ghostface? It turns out it's Richie. Richie and Amber fucking escalated all this shit, because the stab movies fucking suck now. Fucking, they need new material. They need real life material. So they're going to make a new movie, a new stab movie. So that means they need to kill Sydney, and fucking the whole thing with Samantha, fucking Bill and Billy's daughter, and Samantha is seeing visions of Billy, in the mirror, fucking talking to him like fucking she's schizophrenic or some shit like that. Um, they go tumbling down the stairs because they're fucking fighting, and the knife falls, and fucking Richie's like kind of on top of her, and he's fucking all crazy talking shit, but she's able to fucking grab the knife and fucking stab him right through the mouth. They love stabbing people in the mouth. These new ones. This one goes sideways through the mouth and then out, and fucking she gets on top of him. She's like, "What about my movie? This is your fucking movie," Samantha says, and she fucking stabs him like 21 times. Like swear, like 21 times, and there's blood all over. She's covered in fucking blood by the end of it. And like there's a shot with all of them, like, and it's like through the door frame of the house, and it's pulling back, and she's just covered. She looks so fucking badass. Melissa Barrera, fucking Samantha Carpenter, killed it in this one. Like, I liked it. I didn't realize there was a little bit of hate about some of her acting in it, but I never knew any of it, and I didn't never hear anything of that. So when I heard about it, I was like, really? But I loved it, especially like what they gave her, the work on at the beginning of the movie, the graduate all the way to the end of the movie where she's fucking covered in blood. And Tara shows back up, and fucking Amber fucking comes running through. She got all burned up. Fucking Tara shoots her in the head, and she's like, I still prefer the Babadook. That was probably one of the best lines in the movie. I still prefer the Babadook. Absolutely funny as hell. So, number 4 was part 5. Number 3 is going to be part 2, y'all. Number 3, top 3, man, part 2. And yeah, man, fucking so part 2 was fucking pretty dang good. Let's think. The opening scene was with Omar Epps and Jada Pickett, and they're in a movie theater gonna go see Stab, maybe 1 or 2, I can't remember. And this opening scene, to me it was just okay. He's like, I'm gonna go, to the bathroom real quick. You want some popcorn? She's like, yeah, give me some popcorn. And so when he's in the bathroom, he's like in the stall, and he's hearing like someone from the other stall making like weird ass noise. He fucking puts his ear up to it, and the knife comes through and fucking stabs him, and blood goes everywhere, and his ghost face takes off his jacket, puts it on, and he goes sits next to his girlfriend, and he's got the ghost face mask on, and the movie's on playing. She's kind of getting scared. She jumps up and holds it like, oh my god, and then she looks down at her hands. There's, oh my god, sorry, all this fucking blood on it. And it was like, she's like, looks at him, and then he fucking just stabs her right in the fucking stomach. I think he did it a couple times. She gets up and walks up to where the movie's playing in front of the screen, and she's like, oh, bleeding, and like everyone's like cheering, and then some of them like, oh my god, this girl really is fucking being stabbed, and fucking Scream 2. And that was the opening to Scream 2. Okay, but this movie didn't make it the top 3 on the list, so there's got to be something good in it. What was good in it? Sarah Michelle Gellar was fucking amazing in it. I wish that I have a whole movie of just Cece. Golly, man, she was glowing back in this time, dude. Cece's at Omega Beta Zeta, and the phone rings. She's like, hold on. She's talking to her friend. Hold on. She clicks over. Who is this? Cece, who's this? Who do you think? Ted, where are you? Are you drinking? Hold on. Ted's on the other line. He sounds drunk. I'll call you back. Don't go over there, Cece. All right, I won't. I'll call you back. Okay, Ted, you sound loaded. Who's Ted? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I thought you were someone else. That's okay. I am. Who are you calling for? There's nobody here. Where is everybody? We're corresponding an acid rain mixer at Phi Gamma Alpha tonight. Why aren't you there? I'm sober, sister. I need to be here in case a drunk sister gets too drunk and I need to go give her a ride. That's too bad. Drink with our brain, that's our motto. Anyways, who are you calling for? What if I said you? What if I said goodbye? Why would you want to do that? Why do you always answer a question with a question? Because I'm inquisitive. Yeah, well, I'm impatient. Do you want to leave a message for somebody? Do you want to die tonight, CC? Beep, beep. She clicks over. So was it Teddy? No, it was some creep asshole trying to scare me. Yeah, that stab movie is bringing out the crazies. She hears a noise upstairs. I can't believe you're alone in that house. I'm not. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm out of here. And then she tries to call campus security. Then all of a sudden, the sorority sister Donnie shows up, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot my bag." And then the phone rings, and she answers it, but it's Ghostface, and he asks for Cece. Is Cece there? She's like, "It's Ted." And then you see in the background Ghostface fucking like he's in the house now. He kind of while then fucking Donnie leaves, and then she fucking locks the door. She's like, "Bye." She's like, grabs the phone. "Hello, Ted. You wish it was Ted. Don't forget to set the alarm." She fucking goes running through room to room, man. Fucking, then all of a sudden, Ghostface busts out of a closet. But he's clumsy as hell, and he fucking keeps on falling over himself. She starts running upstairs, and she grabs a bike and throws it down the stairs. Fucking hits him. He fucking jumps over it. She gets all the way up to the fucking balcony room, and fucking she's in there, but he breaks through and breaks her through the window, and then fucking throws her off like a 3-4 story balcony, and she falls, bam, right on the fucking pavement and dies. Omega Beta Zeta. I love that. And it's not even an opening scene. They totally could have did an opening scene with that, but it was a Ghostface scene with Sarah Michelle Gellar, and it was fucking awesome. Absolutely loved it. And so this movie is based in a college, and it's a lot of college setting, and a lot of that was like really one of the most scenes where it was at night. There's a Randy scene, and it's the middle of the day. They get a they're gonna call Ghostface and fucking try to see if they'll lure him out because they need to know where he's at. But it backfires on him, and Randy gets pulled into the camera van, Gail's camera van, and gets killed off screen in there. And but we do see his mutilated body just a little bit later when they discover Randy's dead body in the van, and didn't really care for that scene too much. But I did like this movie, and I don't know why I liked this movie and why, because I really didn't like the cinematography in it. And like there's the scene, the whole thing where she's like in a theater class, and she's an actress and doing the live acting like in theater, and fucking that's where the final act fucking takes off at. And it's in that theater, and like it's just Ghostface is there with the lights, and we're getting going a little bit long here. So the killer in it is going to be Debbie Salt, and she was a reporter asking all these crazy questions. Come to find out, she's Billy Loomis's mom. What the fuck? She lost all this weight and looks different. That's why Sydney didn't recognize her at first, or Gail didn't, but then Sydney does recognize her. She's like, Billy, Mrs. Loomis, she says. She's all crazy. This is this straight up revenge. That's the motive. But there's a second Ghostface, and it's Mickey, and he's a crazed film fan from earlier in the film. And he goes all psycho, and he's just like, these days, baby Sid, it's all about the trial. Mickey wants to get caught, but fucking Debbie Salt just wants to do it for revenge. She fucking gets the gun and fucking kills Mickey. So we got another Ghostface killing another Ghostface. Ghostface on Ghostface crime. So I told you, man, you got two Ghostface out there. You better be careful because one of them always seems to turn on you. So yeah, and then Cotton shows up, and it's a really good scene in it, and they almost make you think that like Cotton's the second Ghostface killer right before Debbie Salt shows up. Mickey's trying to convince Sydney that fucking he's a killer too, but he's not. And Cotton gives the gun to ends up saving the day, but Gail comes up. They all the Ghostface die. Be honest with you, I'd probably put 5 above 2. if I wanted to redo this, I would swap those two out. But I know why I have it at the top three is just because it was the original sequel to it. It really it extended the story of Sidney Prescott and Dewey Riley and Gil Weathers. So fuck yeah. All right, man. So number two is the new one, is part 6. And fucking love part 6. 6 is fucking awesome, man. I've seen this shit twice in the movie theater. I really want to go see it again. But man, I've done so much talk about it, listen to people talk about it. Fucking really don't need to go see it. But man, we're gonna have returning sisters, Tara and Samantha, and returning twins with Mindy and Chad. And come to find out that they did write this movie with a part with Sydney in it. And since Nev Campbell didn't come back for it, they had to restructure the story about it. And the writer said if what they wanted to do, they want to introduce the core 4 and make the audience members and the viewers fall in love with the core 4 and root for them. And if they didn't do that, they didn't do their job. That's what they said. If they didn't do that, then they didn't do their job. Did they do their job? Fuck yeah, they did their job. I didn't even know about that quote, before the movie. After I seen the movie a few times, I loved the fucking core 4. I was super stoked with them. Like, I loved it. Yeah, spoilers, at the end, all of them, get stabbed pretty good, except for, Samantha. They pretty much should have died. I mean, even when there's 2 Ghostface and they're stabbing Chad, boom, 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 and then they both wipe the knife at the same time. God damn, I just fucking came in front of my seat when that shit happened. I was like hard as a rock. You know what got hard as a rock is at the very end when Samantha fucking busts out in Billy Loomis's mask and fucking starts stabbing Detective Bailey a bunch of times and fucking rips off the mask and it's her and it's fucking Samantha and that look on her. Oh my God, fucking hard as a rock, man. Shit was fucking awesome. Scream 6, I gave fucking. Well, Scream 2, I gave an 8 out of 10. Scream fucking 6, fucking 10 out of 10. Scream 6 was fucking awesome. Fucking love that movie. I'm so fucking pumped for 7. The whole time I was watching it, and there was like 3 killers, kind of out there were going, like, damn, I really wanted Stu to be one of the killers. But, a lot of people, they maybe don't like the reveal. A lot of people do like the reveal. It's not really 50-50. It's probably like fucking 20, fucking 80. People like it. Maybe people don't like the reveal. I didn't mind it. I thought it was cool. I wanted something a little bit different, but what we got wasn't bad. It was all right. I fucking Quinn's fucking, it's a family. It's Quinn and fucking Ethan and Detective Bailey, and they're Richie's family, brother and sister and father. And they wanted revenge. The shrine was fucking awesome. All those fucking Ghostface outfits and the original mask and knives and shit like that. Thought it was fucking sweet. What they did with it was fucking pretty cool. The subway scene was awesome when they get separated. And so there's 2 different subway carts. And like, you don't know what cart you're in sometimes with the lights flashing and Ghostface here, Ghostface there. He's not here. He's over here. Next thing you know, he's right there and he's fucking stabbing Mindy right in the fucking gut. That was fucking pretty damn good, I'd say. It was actually scary, And then when they all get to the shrine, the reveals of the Ghostface and 2 Ghostface, the ending scene where they're on the balcony and Samantha's holding Tara and there's blood all over their hands and slippery. And she's about ready. She's like, you gotta drop me. But Ethan's down there fucking trying to stab her. She's like, you gotta let me go, Sam. You just have to. And like Samantha's in New York the whole time there. She's only there to protect Tara, and Tara doesn't want that. And she's like, okay, Sam, you have to let me go. And fucking what she does, she grabs Billy Loomis's knife and hands it to Tara and drops her at the same time. She goes down and you think maybe she's going to be able to stab fucking Ethan, but no, Ethan's able to stab her again on the way down. He's like, I always wanted to stick something in you, Tara. She's like, oh yeah. And she has the knife. He's like, Tara opens his mouth. Bam! She stabs him right through the mouth. Well, I say this new one, a lot of times stabbing people in the face. She goes right in the mouth and he fucking twists it, dude. Pulls the shit out, blood everywhere. Up on the balcony, you got Quinn fucking coming after Samantha, but she's got the gun, and I think she fucking shoots shoots her or something. They both, or is it Detective Bailey? I don't know. In fact, I did watch it twice, but I can't fucking remember all the details. Quinn, ends up getting taken down. I think she comes back for one last fucking scare. She gets Stu's TV. They got Stu's TV from the original one that got pushed on him. Pushes on her and fucking lands on her. That's pretty good. Or maybe it was Ethan. I don't know. But I already told you how Detective Bailey got killed. Fucking Samantha. Awesome. Fucking 10 out of fucking 10. And Scream 1 is number 1. And yeah, that's fucking it's the OG original. Scream is brought. If it wasn't for Scream, we wouldn't have got the resurgence of the slasher genre. And it came out almost perfect timing because it was fucking pretty much a dead genre. It came back and it fucking blew up. It was so witty, and how they able to, kind of make fun of the horror movies in that movie. Not really make fun of it, but like give you rules about a horror movie. It definitely brought the world eyes. It made us all turn our head like, oh my God, what's this? Scary movies, slasher movies can actually be good and fun. And fucking what Scream did for the horror genre, it brought not just the slashers back, it brought everything, back. And horror is even stronger today because of it. And how in this franchise, they never had a fucking bad movie. Out of 6 fucking movies, if you watch any franchise out there, I'm not even saying horror, like if you have 6 fucking installments, 6 sequels, you're gonna have a stinker in one of them. It's not gonna fucking all be good. Even Halloween has its bad. Resurrection, I like all the other ones. I don't care what you guys say, but Resurrection, fucking, yeah, fuck that movie. But yeah, Scream doesn't have a fuck that movie. 3 is like, the least greatest out of all of them, but it still ain't that bad. It's fucking awesome. Part 2, I did like fucking Courtney Cox's streaks. But yeah, I don't really need to talk all too much about the original. You guys seen it? It's fucking awesome. Leave her alone. You better leave her alone. I heard that you put her. What'd you say? I heard that you put her spleen in her mailbox next to her pancreas or spleen. You put her pancreas in the mailbox. You better leave her alone, man. I didn't kill anybody. Nobody said that you did. Hello, Sydney. Yeah, the beginning scene on that one was fucking sick as hell. Drew Barrymore. We're thinking that, she's going to be the fucking final girl, in this for sure. And, she gets killed off in the very beginning. I love that scene too. I'll be putting that scene out on my channel. I got a scene with just Sydney. And I should probably clip out the CC scene also. Fucking dig it. I am going to leave the stream on one final thought. And it's going to be marry, kill, fuck. And so I got Ghostface killers. Okay, so we got Jill. And then we got Amber. And then we got Quinn from the new one. And I had to throw a 4th one in there. I'm going to throw Samantha Carpenter in it, even though she's not a Ghostface killer, but maybe she is. She had worn the fucking attire to kill fucking somebody, and her dad's Billy Loomis. So I'm throwing Sam in there. So I mean, even though Quinn likes to fuck, I think I'm going to have to fucking kill Quinn. And I'm going to fuck Jill because fucking it's Jill Roberts. And I'm marrying Samantha. I'm marrying Samantha Carpenter. Man, she's fucking amazing. She is our final girl moving forward in the Scream franchise, even if it's just one more movie. But she fucking killed it. This movie is great with her in it. I thought that Tara was gonna, Jenna Ortega was gonna, steal the show because she's so big right now from Wednesday, and she's fucking a great actress. She's awesome. But no, so it was Samantha and Melissa Barrera's movie, and fucking they're still holding strong on that, and I'm glad that they're doing that. Yeah, we got 4 final people, 3 girls and 1 guy, but it's the final core 4. It's awesome, but it is the sisters, but it is Samantha fucking for sure. If anyone's gonna make it out of all of this, it's gonna be her. She has that killer tendency in her from her dad. She's already killed Richie. She's killed fucking his dad. daily, and she stabbed them fucking a lot, ton of times. So yeah, I went over an hour. I wanted to go an hour. I went over just a little bit, but I appreciate all you motherfuckers out there um, on YouTube. I'm working my way to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. Definitely, these live streams get a lot of rewatch on rewind, so I know I'll get some views on there, and you can leave me comments in the section below. What's your favorite scary movie? What's your list of the Scream movies? Anything down there, and I will respond to you. And this is in podcast form too. So I do have a podcast link. And right now, it's all the Scream movies. So you can listen to this wherever you want. Thank you all, motherfuckers, for joining Triple P's down in the Haunted Basement Studio. Man, love you guys. I'm out. Later. Do you like that, Sydney?